Hey Foxes, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sams, and welcome back to another episode of RFTV.
We hope you enjoyed your extended weekend, but it's sadly time to get back to it. In school news, seniors are reminded that all graduation supply orders be paid in full by February 1st. You should pay online with the link provided in the Schoology announcements, and if you have any questions, you can also contact Rose Graduation through the links provided in the Schoology announcements. Coker and Miles are also back with another episode of History. Today they're talking about the history of Andrew Jackson's assassination.
Welcome back to History with Miles and Coker.
This week we'll be covering the first assassination attempt on a U.S. president.
On January 30th, 1835, President Andrew Jackson was leaving a congressional funeral that was being held in the House chamber of the Capitol building when 35-year-old Richard Lawrence approached him with a gun and tried to shoot him.
Fortunately for Jackson, the gun misfired and he was able to hit him a few times with his walking cane.
However, Lawrence managed to get a hold of another loaded firearm out of his pocket, but again, it misfired.
Both weapons had gotten wet because the weather was humid out and caused it to malfunction.
Lawrence's motivation for the attempt was that he thought the government owed him money. He thought the reason he wasn't getting it was because of President Jackson's disliking the Second National Bank. So he thought if Jackson was dead, then the vice president would take over and he would get what he was owed.
It was believed that his job as a house painter exposed him to chemicals in paint.
This led to Lawrence being found guilty at his trial by reasons of insanity.
He spent the rest of his life in insane asylums.
That's all for this week. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, guys. That was really interesting. There are lots of students on campus that break expectations and excel in the classroom. Here's Ava with our Student of the Week.
Hey Foxes, I'm Ava, and I'm here with this week's Student of the Week, Krisha. What is your favorite class this semester?
It is ITGS, it's an IB class, and it's about technology.
Why do you like that class?
Because we learn about how technology affects like the global society and stuff.
How do you feel about being Student of the Week?
I feel great. I feel like I feel accomplished, and I feel like I did good. Yes.
What are your goals academically this semester?
To have all A's and to build a healthy connection with my teachers.
Awesome. Thanks, Krisha. Hey Foxes, I'm Ava, and I'm here with this week's Student of the Week, Chandler. What is your favorite class this semester?
My favorite class is probably electricity.
Why do you like that class?
I like electricity because it's good to have it if you want to get a job with like power lines, being a lineman in the future.
How do you feel about being this week's Student of the Week?
I'm proud of myself. Like there's a bunch of students on campus here, and being Student of the Week's pretty cool to be.
And what are your goals academically this semester?
I want to try and keep all A's and B's because it's pretty good to have all A's and B's, having a good GPA, go to college.
Thanks, Chandler. Back to the anchors.
Congratulations to our Student of the Week. There are several blood drives coming up this semester at HHS. With more information on that, here's Georgiana and Haley.
Hey y'all, I'm here today interviewing Miss Simp about the upcoming blood drive. So first off, when is it?
The second blood drive of the school year is coming up February 17th here at Hartsville High in the arena.
Okay, how old do you have to be to participate?
You can be 16 years old with a parent consent form. Over 16, you do not have to have a parent consent form.
Okay, what is y'all's goal for this year?
Well, our goal at Hartsville High is always as much as we can possibly collect because it is, truly, life-saving commodity. But we want at least 120 units of blood this coming blood drive. We shoot for 300 for the year.
Okay, thank you, Miss Simp. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, girls. Remember that you'll need to be 16 with a parent's permission or 17 or older without a parent's permission to give blood.
Mac had a chance to take a look at what's going on in the world of pro sports. Let's throw it over to him.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Mac. Today we're back with pro sports. The former Cubs and now current Red Sox pitcher John Lester has announced his retirement. Lester is a left-handed pitcher who won 3 World Series in 16 years of playing professionally. He had an amazing baseball career, especially after he bounced back from getting diagnosed with cancer in his first season in the majors. He finishes his record off with 200 wins and 117 losses.
Last Sunday, the Georgia Bulldogs faced the defending champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide, for the 2021 College Football National Championship. A few weeks prior to then, the Tide blew out the Bulldogs 41-24 for the SEC Championship. Both teams would meet each other again for the National Championship. Early in the game, Alabama was up 9-6, but Georgia would come back and blow out Alabama 33-18 to win the national championship. This was the first time Georgia has won the national title since 1980. The Dogs finished the year 14-1. The Tide finishes the year 13-2.
Eric Weddle, a former Rams safety who announced his retirement in February of 2020, has been signed again by the Rams before their wild card game against the Cardinals. With Taylor Rapp and Jordan Fuller unable to play, Eric Weddle is given another chance to play for the Rams again. Weddle disliked being benched, and he retired because he believed he could not compete with the younger and newer players. That's all for Pro Sports.
Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, guys. Well, that's all we have for you today, Foxes.
Stay classy, Hartsville High.